Welcome to Coco Glow's Flow Sessions. I've been thinking about accountability lately, but not the kind most people picture when they hear the word. Not the external kind, not deadlines or pressure or someone checking in on you. More the kind that shows up when you're alone with your choices. There's a version of you somewhere ahead, not dramatically different, just further along. And they're living inside whatever you're building right now. They're waking up in the routines you're forming. They're carrying the habits you repeat without much thought. They're dealing with the consequences of the ways you either show up for yourself or don't. And that sounds heavy when you say it like that, but it's actually pretty grounding. Because your future self isn't judging you. They're not disappointed. They're not waiting for you to get it perfect. They're just paying attention. They're noticing whether you follow through on the quiet promises, the ones no one else knows about, the small decisions that don't look like much from the outside, but slowly shape how you trust yourself. And that's where real accountability lives for me. Not in pushing harder or being stricter, but in asking whether my choices are something I'll be able to stand behind later. Whether I'm building a life my future self will feel supported by, rather than stuck inside. Sometimes that means choosing consistency over intensity. Sometimes it means slowing down instead of forcing momentum. Sometimes it means being honest about what you actually have the capacity for, instead of pretending you have more. And what I like about this kind of accountability is that it's quiet. It doesn't rush you. It doesn't need to be announced. It just keeps you aligned. You start moving a little different when you realize you're not doing things for some imaginary version of yourself, but with them in mind. Like you're in a long-term relationship with yourself and the trust you're building matters. So instead of asking how you optimize your life or speed things up, it can be enough to ask a softer question. One that doesn't create pressure, but clarity. What would help me trust myself more a year from now? Because that trust is built now in ways that don't always feel impressive, and showing up even when no one's watching, and choosing patterns you'll be grateful to live inside later. Let this land for a moment. I can move in ways I'll respect later. I don't need pressure to stay aligned. Small follow-throughs matter. The way I show up now shapes what comes next. I'm building something I'll eventually live inside. Take a moment to pause here and let that future version of you keep watching, steady, calm, and already rooting for you. I look forward to seeing the next one. Thank you for listening.